Alrighty. What's up, you guys? Pongroomproductions coming back at it with another movie review. And we just saw Knox Goes Away, starring Michael Keaton.
Directed by Michael Keaton.
Also directed by Michael Keaton and a few other guys and girls that we will mention. Movies have been kind of light, few and far between. Not a whole lot that we're interested in seeing, at least on my end. You're down to see whatever, and I've just been shooting no's and rejections,
Getting knocked down.
Yeah, but we saw this because I like Michael Keaton, and he directed this, so I was okay, let's give it a shot. The movie to me was a little boring. We're just going to do spoilers.
Go for it.
I don't like holding back.
Sure.
Basically, it's a murder, ex-assassin, old guy, but I know everything and how to hide murder from detectives. And then the twist is he's got a disease,
Dementia.
So yeah,
Really fast dementia. Yeah.
really fast dementia, and it's sad to see, what I mean, throughout the movie, an older guy lose it all, his memory. But I'm gonna let you go right out the gate on a score. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
Wow.
I was a little bored, but go ahead.
Okay.
You go.
I'm going to default to, I'll give it a 6. Yeah.
6.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Talk about why. Go ahead.
Well, I like Michael Keaton. I guess it was well directed. I mean, nothing really jumped out as new or innovative, but it was good. It was well done. I guess the only thing that was, when they dramatized his lapse in memory, what did you think of that? When it'd be the frame would buzz.
It was a little flashy. I feel like they may have needed a epileptic warning. You know what I mean?
Oh, it got you a little bit?
No,
did it freak you out?
I didn't like it, but I can see how that could maybe mess with someone.
Yeah.
It did just black and white, in and out, really quickly. They should have maybe, because we were there, we saw the trailers before the movie. There was no warning, hey, just real quick.
Was it bright lights? I don't remember it. It was flashing kind of stuff.
I remember watching other movies and they go, hey, real quick. Just.
I think if you have epilepsy, you have to just be careful everywhere you go.
Yeah, but it would have been nice. It did. I was like, okay.
So you want a warning for that?
They can use one.
Yeah, maybe. So acting was good.
I think the acting was kind of.
Some of the characters were lame. We'll probably get into that. The lead detective was cheesy.
Let's get into it.
We're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your number was a 5. Mine was a 6. Okay, go ahead.
I give it a 5. Basically, the detective to me just did not act all that well. Some of the lines were a little forced.
Was it her fault or was it the writing?
It was both.
You think it was her too?
Clearly both. I was just. It looked like she was phoning this in.
Really?
It did. And I've seen her in other movies.
You have?
I believe I have.
Her name is, hold up, I think it's...
I'm going to keep talking.
Go ahead.
Basically...
Susie Nakamura.
I've seen her in a few other things.
Yeah,
but
probably.
As a detective, wasn't convincing. She was just a little bit too, dang it, what are you talking about? Yeah, it was just what do you mean? Basically her theories were just wrong left and right, even though she really thought it was concrete, you know what I mean?
But that's the writing of the character. That's not like she was the actress's fault.
I get that, but it was just,
I think that's how she's written. She's written as a lame, uptight,
yeah, she's head detective. But by the way, in the beginning of the movie, there was a murder, and it involved 3 people, and then for some reason they caught the guy on camera as the driver, so they put him as a suspect as 4th. And she was because I've seen The Wire and such, and where there's a better acted out police environment, and they're just who's getting this case, who's getting that case. It's always this many detectives, and like it goes in a rotation for, you know, cases. And like she was like, I got this murder, and it's like, you would probably have a lot more cases if you were the one lead detective in this area.
Probably.
Yeah, she made it like, you know,
she was very into it. Yeah.
Yeah, like this one case, I got to get it done. It's like you would have 100 cases, but I get it.
You're looking for realism.
I'm looking for a little bit more realism. Are we going to talk about the?
Go for it.
Are we?
Do whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay. There was a moment where they just called
a few moments.
They called out white people. They did. The lead detective.
Racist.
She was a. You know,
she was Japanese American, I guess. Judging on the last name,
I don't know.
Hard to, you know, she could be.
I don't
whatever,
know.
Yeah.
But she was lead boss, and she just had to correct her partners a few times. You know what I mean? And
what was it she said about? I actually missed it. I mean, they were in the bathroom crime scene. And she was telling her backstory, like my mother was a stereotypical Asian American, and how she was like a tiger mom, and pushed her.
Something about like how
something about white people, and
it just came out.
And I was like paying attention to something else.
It came out of left field. It just came out of left field. They just snuck it in there.
Come on, guys.
And of course, her partner is a white male, and he's like, duh.
You're right.
And then
we're dumb.
I'd have been like, can we just get to this murder? You know, can you?
Hey, boss, can we just focus on these dead bodies?
And then she's like, "This is my moment." Remember, she stopped him. She was like, "It's my moment. Let me finish." And it was like, "Oh, okay, my bad." She was clearly.
It was a little ridiculous. There was some cheeseball.
It was
moments,
like, if I were the director, which Michael Keaton, I'd have been like, cut.
He wanted this. He wanted this.
Dude, can we?
I think he would have. I think he had director. You know,
I don't think detectives would be talking like this. You know,
a movie.
I get it.
It just didn't. It was lame. I'll just say it was lame.
It was a very lame moment.
It was some lame stuff.
It takes you out of the disbelief of a movie. You know, because it takes you out the suspension of disbelief. And then there was another one where.
Took you out of the movie too. It was like, why are we having an aside like this?
Why? Yeah. What can this not has nothing to do with the plot. Anyway, and then her mother never came back up again until the very, 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 very end.
That's right. And I guess she had dementia too. Yeah. So there was a thing there.
There's just a lot of continuity things with this. I just got to get it off my chest.
Do you really want to get into the continuity stuff? Is that really important?
People like to know. They like.
Okay, talk about the one thing in the interrogation room.
Okay. Well, there's another one. So. Aside from the one white comment, you know what I mean, it's growingly popular to just bash.
Actually, I think it's on the down. That's why it was kind of out of place, because it's like, dude, is it 1990? Yeah, that's more like something in the past, like in the 90s or the 2000s. Let's get past it.
It's
not edgy or cool, you know. It's just lame now.
I think Hollywood thinks it's pretty cool, but that's why they keep putting it in every movie. Darn it. But it really makes me feel guilty.
Grinds my gears.
Did we remind you today that you're a piece of crap? Oh well, you
are genetically inferior. You are innately evil. You can't. It's like, I can't help it. I'm white.
Did you come to watch a movie? Let me remind you that you're a terrible person. Dude. You suck.
Check your privilege.
Thanks for your money, but you suck.
Thanks for your money.
We were the only. Well, there was one other person. In this movie.
The movie's not a blockbuster.
So you're welcome. You're welcome. We gave you some views, because I don't think this movie's going to be.
There's not going to be a sequel.
It will be on.
There would have been.
It's going to be on Netflix in T-minus 10 hours. Anyway, so there was another part where, mind you, they're talking about from detective to detective about suspects in the murder and this and that. And this isn't at the very, very beginning of the murder. They are in the middle of the murder. So they got some details about who it might be, this, that, and the other. And I guess the other dumb white detective, he says guys a lot, which is a very general term, like, yeah, those guys. You know what I mean? And if you know anything about crime, you do know men basically do 99% of all crime.
Not just that,
not
but
99%.
Women, I've heard women refer to each other as guys sometimes. Hey, guy. Not
whatever.
Not that. But I mean, it's kind of like it's genderless or something. I don't know. Whatever.
But you know, men do a lot of crime. A majority of all crime.
It's men.
Yeah, we get it. But I guess they're walking down a hallway, and he's like, "Hey guys, you know, these guys might be whatever." And then she like just stops and has to educate them, like,
it's a teachable moment.
Yeah, how do you know they're guys? You know what I mean? And they could be theys. And and then he's like, okay, they, them, or whoever these.
So he mocks her. Yeah, he mocks the.
But it's like you're talking about murder suspects. Like,
but in the moment, they wrote it so that he actually comes back at her and like messes with
there's
it,
a joke that comes back around because then
circles back on that.
She's being too general and saying the term "guys" too, which is like checking the person who checked him.
There's some cheesy writing.
It was just
some cheesy.
It was annoying.
It's like English college student or college English whatever major kind of bullshit.
But basically, it was just like you really gotta correct your detective murder partner in a murder case, like about potential murder suspects. It's like
it was just lame. It was lame.
Who cares about if you get anything wrong about a potential murder suspect? Like if you're a suspect in a murder case, you're not going to be the best person.
So you're looking for logic. It was just poor writing.
It was poor writing, which which is relevant because of the writers' strikes.
It affects the score.
Yeah,
the
AI.
Score,
that's why I give it a 5.
It was written by AI. It woke AI.
Yeah, woke AI. Which Google just dropped.
It's a thing.
Gemini.
Gemini wrote this movie. Yeah, Gemini.
That would be. I would watch that though.
You do notice that all those smart people. It's just the only smart white person is Michael Keaton in the movie. Yeah, and he has dementia. And he's rapidly declining.
Declining.
Al Pacino's also in it.
But I mean, so they said he had 2 PhDs, and he was
2 PhDs.
He was it's basically just taken, written. They just rehashed the same.
It was like Taken.
No, it was nothing like Taken. But everyone likes to refer to that movie.
You could see what was going to happen. So I think everyone with half a brain knows the movie he's going to save his son by like doing a frame job switcheroo.
Yeah,
and that's what happens. Let's talk about the quality of the acting. How do you think Michael Keaton was?
I liked Michael Keaton. I did not like the lead detective, who was basically
let's push it. Yeah, she was lame. She was lame, and I don't even know if I want to blame the actress. I think it was the way it was written. I think.
I mean, her dialogue was bad, and that's a writing problem. But her acting to me was a C-.
Maybe she could have did better with it. I'm trying to think how, but yeah, maybe she was a little too
bland,
maybe, or it was a cheesy role. So she was given a cheesy role, and it's hard. I don't know how she could have really brought it up more, but whatever. Michael Keaton's how was his acting?
Did good. I'd give him a B. He was good. And Michael
Nothing
Keaton,
special.
He wasn't.
It was Michael Keaton.
He's not going to win any awards for this.
Yeah, not this one. Sorry,
it was
Mike.
Probably you got 4 contract movies this year, and this is number 4. You got to go do it.
How old is Michael Keaton?
I don't know.
He's got to be like 70 something. I imagine
he's up there.
Let's have a look.
I like seeing Michael Keaton.
I love Michael Keaton. We love Michael. 72 years old.
72. He didn't look 72.
He looks good for. He looks
keeps
good
in good shape.
He keeps in good shape.
Good for 72. And he can still act, but this movie just wasn't his best.
You know what his real name is, by the way?
Go ahead.
Michael Douglas. He had to change it because of the other Michael Douglas. And so he became Michael
Interesting
Keaton.
movie actor fact.
Yeah, everyone knows.
I didn't know that.
It's
learned
pretty
about
well
that.
known. Yeah.
So let's go into rewatchability. Well, let's do some continuity errors because I seem to catch a lot of them.
You can't get over this.
I can't get so it all started when I was watching. It all started with John Wick.
John Wick.
You know what I mean? About like bullets flying out of the chamber.
Yeah.
And then they're all like, we'll just do that in post instead of giving you a real bad blank bullet. To save money.
Sure.
It saves money.
Does it though?
I don't know how much CGI
Doesn't
costs.
CGI cost more?
It's got to cost a lot, but when you go CGI, you can forget things, and then it takes away from the movie, especially if you're shooting a gun and no bullets come out, or flashbangs, or whatever. You're just like, that was terrible. It looked like a airsoft gun. Airsoft. But they're in the detective rooms and they're doing these big reviews, and mind you, they're just like, oh, this is voluntary. They have to explain to the audience it's voluntary. It's very much just you're getting taken to the police.
You're doing us a favor.
Yeah. You're in an interview room.
Why would you even do a voluntary?
I don't get that. That's what I'm getting to. If he has 2 PhDs and he knows it's about murder, why would he even entertain talking? Just have a lawyer there. His son was like, yeah, I'm going to need my lawyer now. Which was like, thank you. But Michael Keaton, I'm so smart, I don't need a lawyer. And then...
Well, I guess it was also demonstrating that he is slipping. Like, he forgot his middle name.
Yeah.
And he's a smart guy who you could see that he was handling it really well, like kind of in a cocky way.
Yeah.
But then his memory is screwed up now, so he's losing it. So,
but that's another thing. In he forgets his middle name in the interview process, and then he goes into the car right afterwards, pulls out his ID. They don't need to explain. He doesn't need to audibly go, "Oh, that's my middle name." It's like we can read. We have eyes. We see that's not the middle name.
Did he actually say
that? He did, and it was the perfect example of show don't tell, and they tell, and they were just like the audience
is too stupid.
They're not going to know that we just messed up his middle name on purpose because
we're going to educate you on white privilege and
dementia,
plot points and dementia
and his middle name
and his middle name.
It was just like, guys, we have brains. Like, let us.
We get it. Yeah. We'll catch up. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Michael Keaton will get there. We understand. But Mike used to be Batman. What? Okay.
So, what do you think about his son, James Marsden?
I liked him. I like him as an actor. He did well.
Was it fake? It was fake tears in the beginning. Like
Was it?
Well, like they don't show him start. Remember when he came in with his hand was all messed up because he had just murdered the guy, and he was covered in tears and stuff like that. Then in the end, which was a moving moment where he basically is trying to thank his father, not thank his father, but he wants to see his father in jail. Like his dad took the fall.
Yeah.
His dad took the blame.
Yeah. My father does love me in his own way.
In his own way, yeah. But he was like losing it, but did he have tears? I mean, I'm always the thing. Like if an actor can't produce tears.
The eyes got a little watery. I think he can cry. I think he can cry. I don't think they cut and then cut back. That's how you can tell if
that's third tier acting. You got to be able to pull tears out. Man.
If they cut to something and then the actor's face isn't there, and then
there are tricks.
And then
like
they
blow
back,
air. They blow air on your eye to make it water.
It's
and
like
they didn't
super
do that.
glue.
Yeah, I know. If they cut away, then you know it's not real. But they have tricks like they put like onion or something, or they blow air at your eyes.
I don't know. I can probably never cry on command. That's a very talented thing to do.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm impressed when I see an actor, especially a guy actor. A guy actor who can cry on command.
Zendaya did.
It's different for women. Sorry to be gendered. It's different for women.
That's why I think she's a good actress.
She's a great actor. Who said she was not a good actress?
No, I'm just throwing back to Dune 2.
By the way, you were right. It's Zendaya.
Let's go.
I looked it up.
Let's go.
And the Zendaya. I was wrong. I apologize for the previous video. Zendaya.
She's going to be an A-list. She already is, but she's going to have a great
she's
career.
A-list already.
Great career.
Definitely.
All right, we're getting off topic. Rewatchability. I'm going to give this.
What?
I'm going to give this a 1.
I'm thinking 1 too. I'm never going to watch it again.
I was bored in the movie.
You were bored? I wasn't bored.
It was too long. It was a 2-hour movie.
Was it 2 hours?
It was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Could have totally been 90 minutes.
Well,
they could have chopped some stuff out of there, and we could have been on with our day.
Perhaps.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I expected a little more. The trailer was a good trailer. I knew nothing about this movie coming in. I watched the trailer 20 minutes, before coming into the movie and agreeing to it. And I was like, all right, looks interesting, Michael Keaton. And then it just under-delivered. The best parts were in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is.
The whole plot was in the trailer.
Yeah, it's a matter of how is it acted, how is it directed, the production, all that stuff.
It was...
it was a meh. Yeah, it's a thumbs down.
I wanted to like it.
I wanted to like it too.
If it wasn't for the talking down of the audience stuff,
take out the dumb, trying to be funny crap.
Take out the white comment. Take out the they them stuff. Take out the Take out. What else was there? There was another thing. Take out the continuity errors with... I never mentioned it.
Go for it.
They're in the interview process. And mind you, this is a soundboard. We have one right here.
Right.
They had no power wire. And Mike was like, well, how do you know the wire just didn't feed directly down? And it's because they had the ports, which the ports are over here.
Nothing in the ports.
The ports were facing the camera lens.
I wonder if Michael Keaton is like, no one's going to care.
Yeah, you can see nothing. But they went through the proper, let's get the wires for the microphones.
Yeah.
They have wireless, They could have just had a tape recorder on the freaking...
Yeah, boom. Why go through having the whole thing and then didn't anyone say, like, guys, shouldn't we have a wire in the back? Or
come on.
Maybe people. Maybe it made the table too cluttered.
Yeah, I get it, but you got to be real. You gotta be real. It takes away from the if you're watching
for someone like you, it's hard for you to
hard.
get over it. And there are times where it gets me. It sticks with me too. If I see a really glaring continuity error,
I'm
if they're wearing a different shirt or something.
Yeah, they're in a lot of movies. The continuity errors are there. It's kind of fun to go looking for them.
They have people who are hired to prevent that from happening. I don't know. They didn't
hire one. They didn't.
It's a independent, low budget film, I guess. Yeah.
But nonetheless, the movie was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine. Oh, the other third dumb thing was
the detective at the desk.
Yeah, like the tech detective that was going through. She used the acronym, it's abbreviation
IRL. It's like, who doesn't know IRL?
Yeah, and the older detectives were like, "What?" And then they in real life. And
are you guys old?
Yeah, it was basically alluding to that.
Yeah, and IRL is like that was like cutting edge like 20 years ago maybe.
Yeah, yeah. It's like we get it. That just and
it was just who wrote this movie? I mean, not to crap on the writer too much, but or the screenplay or whatever.
It was like a freshman year in college type of writer like level.
Michael Keaton, what are you doing getting a script like this? You're Michael Keaton. You should have pick of the litter, best writers, whatever.
This coming from Dune 2, which is our last movie, which is a high budget, high quality,
very good,
very good movie. Yeah. To this, you can just see a stark difference in quality and acting and budget.
Yeah,
and that's just sometimes they're hit or miss. Sometimes they're hit or miss.
So explain again, because I didn't understand. Like, what did the IRL desk thing? Like, what was it? Explain to me what the desk thing.
To me, I may be wrong, but to me, they're in like the main office area where all the people's offices are.
Right.
And that's where I guess the tech detective, the main detective comes out of her office and goes over to and go, "Hey, you got anything?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's something weird about the timestamp in the video." And then later, like 10, 20 minutes later, they're in the coroner's area where they're looking at the dead,
and she's there,
and like they got all the dead stuff on the table, and they're basically in a morgue. And the coroner's like, "There's no way he was dead for this long."
And she like pops out,
and then she just pops out like in a wheelchair, not a wheelchair, but a computer chair with wheels, just like slides in the frame, and she's like, and gets off of a computer in the corner of like the coroner's office.
Why is your computer in here?
What? Yeah, what are you doing in here? Aren't you like?
And then it's sloppy. And then it's just like, well, we need her in the shot, so we'll just put her desk in here.
And basically she's like, "Well, at least we got evidence that says my theory's right." And then she's like, "Well, actually, lead detective, your theory may be wrong because," and then she's like, she says, they give her one F word in the movie. She's like, "Motherfucker." Did she say? I don't think she said the F word. Yeah, she said the F word.
Full on, full out?
Full on F word.
It just shows I was zoning out through the movie too. I lost a few moments here and there because I was, I guess, daydreaming.
Yeah, but that was like the moment where it's like the detective thinks they're right, and it's like, no, this is Michael Keaton outsmarting you, and then all pointing to it's all been framed.
It's all been framed.
It's all been framed. Which, by the way, the whole audience, the three of us,
the
three people in the audience,
on St. Patrick's Day,
we all knew it was a frame job. Like from 15 minutes in, we knew.
I mean, it's in the preview that he's going to do something for his son. He's estranged from.
Yeah, I feel like it was just too predictable.
Was it interesting how they did it though?
No,
nothing was like,
take a print, take a glass, frame your son because we hate each other.
Yeah, and of course and they record the things at the prison, and he says, "You frame me." And so you knew what he's doing right there.
Yeah, and it was a little bit too much no mystery behind it.
I gotta say, I don't, and also making. We probably shouldn't even get into it, but like they made not the killer, but the person that his son kills, basically statutory, raped his daughter. How old was his daughter? 13?
16 in this
16,
movie.
and the guy was like 30 something, and of course they had to add on top.
I think it was like 32.
And and he was like a Aryan Nation neo-Nazi, swastika tattoo, and it's like, okay, he's a bad guy.
It's not bad enough that you're diddling with little girls. It's just let's throw in a swastika.
It's like you don't have to overdo it. That he's like, look, it's it's good that they killed this
super
guy. Like,
yeah.
And also when she's taking the Tums, it's like you're a grizzled detective, and this is turning your stomach.
She's like,
you've seen everything and anything and all.
You see murder every day, Monday through Friday, probably. And then she's like, oh my God, give me
Tums.
It's like you walk.
It was some cheese.
You walk through crime scenes. Come on, like
it was some cheesy writing there.
Yeah, it's evident. It's evident. And this movie,
Mike, come on, Mike.
The more we talk about it, the more I don't want to give it a 5. I kind of want to down it to a 4.
I'm second thoughting my 6.
I'm just gonna give it a 5. I'm just gonna give it a 5.
I
should have given it a 4, but
it's probably only because we like Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's it. We don't. That's because
we giving him a lot of benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say go see it.
Can't say it.
Don't see it.
Can't say it.
It sucked.
Tough to say, but it's probably a true statement.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton. Sorry, man. It's a swing and a miss, and can't win them all.
Can't win them all. We're about 25.
Wow,
I know.
As long as Dune. How long was Dune?
Dune was almost 30 minutes. We just talk.
We're almost at Dune length.
Yeah, we're at Dune length.
That's wild.
Over this movie.
That is wild.
Well, let's wrap it up. 5 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
That's high. And then rewatchability.
Are we allowed to take back our score? Is that
too
allowed?
late? It's too late. We said it. We're on camera.
I was almost going to give it a 6.5, and I'm glad I pulled it back to 6.
Yeah, this is going to live forever.
So it just shows you if you like a director or an actor, it can really propel.
Bias. That's called bias. Yeah,
there's some bias, implicit bias, right?
We're biased too about the reviews because they were just talking down to us the whole time.
We're mad. The audience
we're just like, can I watch a movie, please?
I know.
Can I watch one movie?
Take me to imagination land.
Yeah,
I just want to, be taken.
We're having that moment where I don't know if you. This is just. We're off topic. We should end it now. But there was like a famous gamer guy where he's playing. I think it was like Starfield or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
One of the. I don't want to say the name of the game.
Sure, yeah.
One of the space games.
Sure.
Where you're an astronaut and you're exploring the universe.
Yeah.
And like an alien had to do like a gender correction to like in the intro of like the tutorials, and the dude like got mad and like filmed himself and was like, I'm just trying to play a video game and break apart from reality. From reality, I'm trying to be an astronaut in space, finding samples on a planet that doesn't exist. And he's like, and I don't
doesn't exist.
Yeah, but it's
no teachable moment.
It was
Thank you.
It was a pretty funny.
That's funny.
It was pretty funny. But yeah,
they were misgendered. The alien.
Yeah, the alien. Yeah, they had to correct you as a gamer, which
that's funny. Maybe it was tongue in cheek. Maybe it was like a reverse. Jokey thing. I don't know. Poking fun at it. Who cares?
We're talking and talking.
We're just freestyling.
We're just freestyling over a crappy movie.
Sorry.
All right. Don't see it. And that's all. We're okay. So let's just, for those who've made it this long, which
God bless you. Thank you.
We're probably going to see these movies next.
Okay.
It's going to probably be.
What's next?
The third Godzilla King Kong movie.
Oh yeah, that comes out. Oh, Ghostbusters. We got to see.
Ghostbusters. Okay,
I like it. Even though I didn't really watch the first one all the way.
Yeah,
through.
I never saw the other ones either. And honestly, I never saw Ghostbusters.
You never saw the original from 1984?
Nope.
It's 40 years old. You should watch it.
I should watch it. We should also watch
That's a classic. That is a classic.
Speaking of movies, we should watch the one movie that.
Why don't even say it? Oh,
that they did comment and they said watch this movie.
Man, if you're watching, we are so sorry.
We're going
to do what we can to make it happen. I can't promise anything.
We already promised them.
We did we do it? Did we actually make a promise on video?
We did. I believe we did.
All right. I don't know. Check the tape, man. I don't know. Look, we hear you. We hear you.
We know you're there.
We want to help you. We want to do what you say or whatever.
Try.
We want to be good, hosts and all that. We'll do our best.
We'll try. That's all I got. We're going to see
obviously Deadpool and when that comes out in July.
Yeah, Deadpool 3 with Wolverine, the Planet of the Apes movie.
Right.
And I don't know what else. We gotta
throw in some independent films like this too. Yeah, we gotta throw in some good stuff.
We try to we only kind of like to see the blockbusters, but we do gotta watch the other ones.
But yeah, we throw in some good stuff. I mean, look, hey, did you see The Holdovers, that she won the Oscar.
Oh,
The mother of the dead guy.
Okay,
Joy Divine. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't have her
She
name
won
right
for
here.
Best Actress.
She won Best Actress, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was good.
that
yeah.
movie was good.
That was a great movie.
That
was a really good movie.
I would
you know.
rewatch that.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
But in the winter, though,
shout out.
Yeah,
you know.
shout out. All right, that's all. We
Cool.
gotta wrap this up. They're,
All right.
they're like, these guys are jabbering. They're running out of stuff to talk about. All right, that's all. Like and subscribe. Comment down below if you've gotten this far. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we just review movies and then
We do what we can.
We don't want to turn into like a crapping all over bad movie. What's the one with the two puppets? They're like in the theater and they're
You mean
just
from the Muppet Show
yeah,
or
and they're
whatever.
just like talking
Yeah, those
crap.
two
On
guys.
we don't want to turn into them.
Listen, we wanted
yeah.
to like this movie. We wanted to.
Yeah,
So,
they're going to be like, your reviews are really negative lately.
Look, I mean, look, we wanted to like this movie. It's
Make
just-
better movies.
You need to do better.
Do better.
Do better.
Hollywood is really slipping.
Do better.
Dune 2, though. All right.
Okay.
We're out of
Okay,
here.
we gotta go.
And we're done.
See ya.